Good morning, Walnut Creek, and welcome to this special edition of Wake Up Walnut. I'm Mrs. Bischoff, and I'm here today to talk to you about some pretty important stuff for athletes for next school year. So the process of becoming eligible to play for both the middle school and the high school, there's some steps involved, and I think sometimes it's often confusing to our students and to our families. So I'm here to just kind of explain it all for you and kind of break it down. So in order to play what's called a PIAA sport, so it's Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association, and I'll tell you which ones are PIAA sports in just a moment, but in order to play, you have to have three things taken care of in order to be eligible. One, you have to have a physical. Two, if you are certain sports require what's called a baseline concussion test. And three, you have to register on Family ID. And so those three things have to happen in order for you to be eligible to play at the start of your season. Now, back to this idea of what is a PIAA sport. Okay, if you're an 8th grader, any sport that you're going to play for the high school with the exception of hockey, but everything else, any other McDowell school sport is going to be governed by PIAA. So if you're an 8th grader and you're going to play soccer in the fall, or you're going to play water polo, or you're going to do girls volleyball, or you're going to, I'm trying to think of the other ones, football, of course, and cheerleading. Any of the fall sports for McDowell are all governed under PIAA. For middle school, so if you're in 6th or 7th grade, the sports that we're concerned with right now for PIAA are the only ones that are PIAA for middle school are cross country, basketball, cheerleading, football, and soccer. And then, of course, I believe we'll be picking up track next year, and so I believe that track will be considered a PIAA sport at that time. But we'll double check that with Mr. Carl later on. But that's new for next year, and that we won't have to worry about until next spring. So at any rate, but as I was saying, PIAA sports require you to have these different steps in place in order to be able to be eligible to play. So here's what you need to know. The easy way to get your physical is to go on the 16th of July. So July 16th, the Pavilion Medical Center on 26th Street. It's kind of just west of Kahi, a little bit down the road, and they are having a special McDowell Sports Physical Day on the 16th. Why is this the easiest way to go? Well, number one, it only costs $15. And number two, they already have all the forms there for you and everything's all taken care of. And then once they have those forms, they literally send them directly to our athletic department. So when our athletic secretaries need to check that you are, in fact, you have completed your physical, it's right there, it's on file, it's all taken care of for you. It makes it super, super easy. However, you certainly are eligible to go to your private doctor and have your doctor fill out those forms. You just then have to physically take them over to the athletic department or scan them and send them to the athletic department so that they have a record of them. Okay, so the 16th is the day if you're going to play any of those PIAA sports, whether you're an 8th grader going up to the high school or whether you're a 6th or 7th grader playing soccer, cross country, track, football, cheerleading, basketball. If you're playing any of those sports, you need to make sure that you get that physical taken care of. Okay? The second phase of that is what we call the baseline concussion testing. Baseline concussion testing doesn't always happen for every sport or every year, but there are certain sports that do have to have this done on a very regular basis. For instance, 8th graders and cheerleaders, those will be conducted this summer, as well as 8th graders going into water polo and 8th graders playing soccer. Your concussion tests are actually going to be during your July workouts, and there is a makeup date as well. Now, all of these dates of when you have to have your baseline concussion test are available on both the Walnut Creek website and on the McDowell Athletics website. There's like a letter from our trainer. Her name is Kelly Bruce, and she explains all of the different dates that they're going to do the baseline concussion testing. So July 16th is how you're going to get your physical, and you're going to go to the website and you're going to look for that list of baseline concussion testing. Now, if your sport isn't on that list, That either means that A, they don't require a baseline concussion test for that. Like I didn't see cross country anywhere on there, so I'm assuming that maybe they don't require that for that particular sport. However, if they need it, it's on there. In some sports, they do like every other year, so it just might not be your year to get it done. All right, so you need baseline concussion, and then you need that. But you're going to find out the baseline concussion information on the website with all of the dates. And the final thing is that there is a system called Family ID. And so for these PIAA sports that are, run by the school district, we have to register in Family ID, and it's where they put in all of the data about like your emergency contact information and all of the things that the athletic department needs to have in order to make sure that you are safe. And it's all the waivers that your parents have to sign and take care of. So that's all on Family ID. Now, the kids who need to be worried about that right now are those fall sports. So for middle school, it's our cheerleaders, our football players, cross country, and girls basketball. Those 4 only. For our high school students, goodness, we're looking at boys and girls soccer, football, cheerleading, volleyball, water polo, and if I'm missing anybody, I apologize. Girls tennis would be part of that, and I believe golf as well. Maybe girls golf. I think it's maybe both golf teams are in the fall. I apologize that I don't remember which. But if you play a fall sport, if you're an 8th grader playing a fall sport up at the high school next year, you also will need to worry about Family ID. So your Family ID dates, Family ID opens up on the 27th of June, and it goes through until the 25th of July. All right, if you have questions, you want to call the athletic office, and that number is on our website. And again, you can go to parents and students can go to the Walnut Creek website where we have all of these flyers from the athletic department posted. And you can also go to the athletic department's website and you can find all of the information there as well. All right, that's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you have an excellent day. Just a couple more days left. Have a great day.